W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you.
Is it?
It's on you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start with the L's because my L's lead into my dubs, and then I got one toss-up at the end.
Same.
So, my first L I got is going out to that goddamn balloon popping game. What is it, 20v1?
No, it's just Pop the Balloon. It's just called Pop the Balloon. They're two different things.
Is the 20v1 a different?
20v1 are two different things.
So then maybe I'm talking about the 20v1.
I like Pop the Balloon, but I only like when one creator does it. It's the girl. It's an African girl.
Yeah, no. We
But
talk.
the
Wait, hold on. Is
20v1s
multiple people playing that game? Nobody's copywritten that game yet?
No.
So there are just
There
a
are multiple
slew
people
of
doing
creators
both.
that play the game.
Doing both 20v1s and Pop the Balloon.
Come on, Goofy.
But
Somebody
but
pay
the
for
good
have the
Pop
game
Balloons
copywritten.
only come from one creator. She probably should. Well, she probably stole the idea from somebody else. Because realistically, all these things that they're doing are just rehashes from old reality shows, old like game shows and reality shows and shit like that.
Why wouldn't you find something that you could make proprietary so that no one else could just make your video? Because I just assumed that all of this was from the same people.
Because you would have to make up something in order to trademark it. If you're stealing it from someone else.
Yeah, anywho. Well, no, I know that's why they can't. I'm saying, why don't they? Was the question. That was
Because
the
that's
ask.
too difficult.
To make a game?
You want me to be a content creator?
Balloon popping game or the 20v1 shit. We're going too far. Shout out to Daphne, the queen of responsibility, for putting this shit on my radar. They doing this shit with kids now?
Damn it! You took how did you take that L? They're doing
this shit with
Lil
kids.
RT and other.
Whoever the fuck little RT is. And then to make it even worse, they got the little girls on here dancing for the little nigga, and the creator is checking out the little girls.
Fam,
First of all, somebody go arrest this nigga right now.
immediately.
Just arrest him. Check his phone. Check his laptop.
That's
Check.
ridiculous.
Just let's go through all of that. Yeah, if he ain't no PDF file, then he ain't no PDF file. But them's the type of niggas that I look at funny.
I mean, to have that idea in the first place. Yeah.
The hell you mean? Oh shit! And we got like detailed footage of you doing it. Look in her direction. Like yo. Stop. First of all, anybody who dropped their kid off for this little game, you a goofy.
Yep.
If you dropped your kid off and left for this little game, you's a goofy.
He's a super goofy for that.
Stop. Keep your family safe. Shoot all the pedos.
Facts.
Anyways, my next L.
So one other thing that is a guy made a TikTok, kind of reacting to it, but basically stating that Lil RT and little kids who are doing this like rapper shit, and then like women who are like starting to talk big and bad in their lyrics, are kind of the record label's way of continuing this like lifestyle of like just, you know, going out, drug usage.
If we show kids doing it, that just makes it even more acceptable, right?
But if they can have them doing it as opposed to the men who constantly get locked up or killed doing it, then they can have more
you're
of a
saying
long-term
pushing it harder
investment.
on the kids and women because they're not going to get locked up. They're going to be able to stay
They can
outside.
have more
and
of
do
a
this
long-term
bullshit.
investment on it.
Why don't you just do yourselves a favor and look into, by and large, what demographic runs the music industries? I know most of you have already done your industry on what demographic largely runs the entertainment, the film and television industry. There was a nice little article that came out this week about the ADL and how they work closely with APAC, and basically the Anti-Defamation League targets people for APAC to use their money to silence.
I think I heard that.
For criticisms for Israel. Yeah. Yeah. Should look and see who runs the ADL as well.
Isn't the ADL basically?
Let's just leave people to do their own research. We wouldn't want to get labeled as Kanye West up here.
Sure.
Anywho. Oh, the IBA. Big L. International Boxing Association gets a huge L.
Uh-oh.
So, this weekend, if you've been paying attention to Olympic news, you probably got some updates about some males competing with females in combat sports. right?
Yeah. Yep.
Which kind of upset me. I was like, well, how the fuck did this get to the goddamn Olympics? I know we struggle with this in college athletics and high school athletics. How did we not figure this out by now, to the fact that there's an issue in the Olympics with women's boxing?
Mm-hmm.
So then the IBA, who has long been known as being a bought organization, it's corrupt, bought judges, bought officials, just all around a criminal organization. But they tried their best to do something positive in the wake of this controversy. They actually verified that the woman in question, whose name is, hold on, got her right here. Her name is Iman Khalif. She's from Algeria. Verified that she had already been vetted as a female. She ended up beating, who is this? Angela Carney.
Mm-hmm.
She beat her. There was some suspicions about her being a biological male. The IBA comes out and says, no. Look, this is a woman. She's been vetted. We know that she's a woman. In defense of her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the cries keep getting louder. People start talking about it more. Clarissa Shields comes out and makes a post about it, about how wrong it is to have women fighting with men. Amongst other celebrities, other athletes, just talking about it, chirping, oh my God, this is wrong. Which I could understand why. Like, I wouldn't want to see biological men fighting women.
Sure.
Only problem is, she's not. The IBA is not, right? But wait, they waited until the celebrities started rolling in to say that they were going to pay her as if she was not Khalif, not the one who's been called in to be a man, the woman who lost, the woman who quit 40 seconds into the fight because she got punched too hard. They're going to pay her the purse of the Olympic winner.
Why? Okay, so I don't know if this is true because I've barely been kind of looking at it through the timeline. She was born a woman, correct?
She
born
is a woman. The reason why it's being called into question is because she had some at the World Games, she wasn't able to compete, or they tried to stop her from competing at first because she had a higher testosterone level. She has some sort of disorder that gives her a higher testosterone level.
Yeah.
Doesn't speak to bone density. They both weighed in at the same weight. She just had a little bit of higher testosterone. That's probably why her chin's so strong and, and shoulders and whatnot. But anyways, verified biological woman. Y'all wasted all this energy on a grift. Shorty got up there and got beat up and then called her opponent a man. And because she looks kind of manly, everybody ran with it, jumped on the bandwagon. So much so that the IBA tried to dispel it and then jumped on the bandwagon after. How the fuck are you paying the woman who basically quit in Olympic competition because she didn't want to fight her opponent?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You were one of the first ones to verify that she was actually a biological woman. You see how bad things can get when don't nobody want to tell the fucking truth? This whole situation frustrated me. At first, I was frustrated because of what was being proposed. Mm-hmm. Then I got frustrated because it's like, oh, so she's not actually a man?
Yeah. Yep.
So she's not a man?
Wait a minute. Wait, what? Huh?
So all of y'all got all up in here in a tizzy over somebody who's literally not a man? Hey, listen. If ever there was a female with some higher levels of testosterone, I think we could probably, I don't know if she got the same disorder. I ain't gonna put that on her. But Clarissa.
Yo.
But Clarissa, come on now. I'm not saying that you have abnormal levels, but it ain't the same as Janelle Monáe. You ain't got the same testosterone levels as Beyonce.
Yo.
Let's just keep it funky now. Now they got you up here, talking down on your brethren, your counterpart over there. Talking about she a man. Nope, she wasn't a man.
No.
The girl who she fought just quit. She quit. And in true white girl tears, Karen fashion, she's going to get paid for her quitting.
Yikes.
Yeah, so
That's
L
crazy.
to the IBA and the Olympics. All of that.
For sure.
All of that. ADL. Yuck. Wish we could pass a law to ban plastic surgery unless it's a medical reason. Okay. In 2023, tested positive for XY chromosomes is called gender eligibility test.
I heard something like that
Tested
too.
positive for XY chromosomes, well, that would make her a man.
Yeah, I heard something like that. I don't know anywhere near enough to speak to it, but I did hear something about the
So
chromosomes.
with the genetic syndrome, which is Schreiber syndrome, is that what would cause her to test positive for the X and Y problem? That would make sense, because I would assume that testosterone would play a role in identifying a Y chromosome.
Yeah, but I still feel like she's technically still born. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, she
Like
can't.
I said, I don't.
If she's born without the parts, you can't call her a male just because she has more testosterone. There are males with more estrogen in their body than there is testosterone, and they got.
We are all born as we start in the stomach, I should say, as the same thing, and then.
But I'm saying though, there are males who have an abnormal amount of estrogen in their body, and it manifests. They can't grow hair in certain parts of their body, the boobs, all of that. Like that does. Now that I have seen in a male. What do they call it? The gynecomastia,
or the opposite in women,
when you can't build muscle in your chest and it's just soft fatty tissue like breast. That is a condition that does not make you a woman, though.
Right.
So similarly, I'm thinking that's what this is for her. She has a high level of testosterone. She presents with some male-esque features, but they were never able to ascertain that she was a biological male.
Yeah, just because she got a 5 o'clock shadow doesn't mean she's...
Jesus.
I'm just kidding.
Dude, you bugging. Clarissa Shields is pure woman. Just watch it. First of all, I love Clarissa Shields. All I'm saying is that maybe she should have done a little bit more research before she was clearly on the other side of this. And what I said was, maybe it wasn't an abnormal amount, but she for sure got more testosterone in her body than the average woman. Come on, man. I would say, based off of her training regimen, of the workouts that she's doing to break down fatty tissue in her body, would suggest that she has a higher than normal for a woman. The point was to suggest that high testosterone levels in a woman doesn't make you a man. That was the point I was getting to. Love Clarissa Shields. I don't want no smoke. She'll beat me up. Pure woman, all woman. Clarissa apologized. Okay, cool. I just, again, you don't have to apologize for stuff that you verified the first time. This is just me.
Things that you don't have to talk about.
Yeah, like you didn't have to put your foot in your mouth that way. Shorty had a strong face.
Yo.
All right. Next L I got is going out to Louisiana Mayor Misty Roberts, who just recently stepped down for her seat as mayor of... Let's see if I can get the town up here. She is a Louisiana mayor. She just resigned her seat. The reason why she resigned her seat is because a few days later she was...
DeRitter, Louisiana.
DeRitter, there you go. She was charged with child... 42-year-old white woman from DeRitter, Louisiana. She was arrested for allegedly having sexual intercourse with one juvenile victim while employed as mayor.
That's crazy.
As a mayor. Like, not... It's nasty enough that that's what you're doing, but like as you are the mayor of the city?
She should get extra time for that.
Both juveniles confirmed Roberts had sexual intercourse with them. One juvenile victim while employed as mayor. Statement read, the former mayor was charged with third-degree. She was arrested and released on $75,000 bail. Why is she arrested? She's definitely... why was she released?
I'm like, what?
Why was she released? She's definitely a danger to the public. And a fucking flight risk. She's the goddamn mayor.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, she should serve even more severe punishment, because she's in public office.
Yeah, man.
And could have used public office to gain access.
I like Louisiana, but if y'all got this freaky frog stuff going on down there, find another place to retire.
Too far from New Orleans.
We don't know.
I'm going to New Orleans in less than a month, so
You might see DeRitter.
I'm not going to DeRitter.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Yo, I don't have kids.
All right.
Or a wife. 3 hours away. That's good enough for me.
Kentucky men's football. You'll like this one. Well, no. First of all, there's a Mr. Beast little intersector here, so we'll quickly. Yeah, no. I put it in the middle. Oh. So we'll talk about Mr. Beast and his freaky friend Chris, real fast. Chris
Tyson?
Chris. No, there's a woman name now because he's trans.
It's Ava.
Ava, there you go. Ava Chris. Apparently Ava Chris has been grooming a 13-year-old boy for some time now in some chat rooms.
Content creators and
Freaky Frogs. Has been doing it for some time. And it's seeming more and more, the more information we get coming out about it, that Mr. Beast knew. Haven't seen anything corroborate the fact that he was directly involved in any actions that might have taken place with the individual, the underage individual, who is 13, by the way. So just in case there's any of those, but what about the age of consent guys in the chat right now? Oh, it's not that bad. He was only 17. Type shit. Nope. 13 years old. 13 years old. Talking about male appendages, the size of Mr. Beast's appendage.
Yo. That's crazy.
Again, it's seeming more and more like Mr. Beast probably knew about this shit going on, but again,
kept it hush.
Allegedly at this point. The victim of all of this has since come out in true R. Kelly abusey fashion and said that no, none of this is true. I wasn't groomed. I did it willingly. Blah 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 blah. But as all of us, reasonable adults know that you can't consent to a damn thing at 13. So
yes, correct.
Don't give a shit if you liked it or not. I think people always were working towards a reason for Mr. Beast not be a good guy. Yeah. This is the most unfortunate of all things that could have happened to him.
Sure.
To even be involved in any of this. Like I was thinking embezzlement, wire fraud, regular fraud, just any fraud for sure. Anything that has to do with money. Kids and harming children was the furthest thing from my mind. That had anything
money
to do with
because of all the money that
all
he
he's
out?
getting. Yeah. That's where I would have thought
I think that's corporate sponsor money, but.
Well, I mean, he is the biggest YouTuber there is, right? So he's the most handsomely paid content creator in the U.S. Yeah. Other than maybe Joe Rogan and Joe Budden.
Yeah, I don't know what they're geting paid from. Well,
but in terms of open
Budden
platforms,
doesn't have a deal with Spotify. Yeah,
from open YouTube, platforms.
Homeboy's getting paid.
Talking about Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, shit like that. Mr. Beast is the biggest, so
for sure
he has the biggest paycheck of any content creator not named Joe Rogan.
Yep.
But again, if they were talking impropriety, I would have definitely gone to the money first.
Sure,
definitely going money first.
I feel like I heard something about him being on a podcast and talking about Bad Baby Crazy too.
Who, Mr. Beast?
Yeah, like before she turned 18.
Yeah, nasty.
Allegedly.
That makes the who he chose in the Drake be very interesting.
Did he choose Drake?
No, he chose Kendrick, but maybe that was like foresight in his mind. He's like, man, I got this shit coming down. Natalie Chris is gonna have all this nasty shit coming out about her. Ava Chris is gonna have all this nasty shit coming out about her. I should probably stay on the non-PDF file of this. So yeah, nasty stuff going on with Mr. Beast. Yes. Watch out. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Kentucky football getting the L, while everybody else is expecting Michigan to get the hammer. Kentucky got the real hammer. I think it's a multi-year postseason ban, or is that what they got?
I think so.
Also some scholarships and stuff like that. Apparently, Kentucky football has been playing ineligible players. Now, make this make sense to me. And again, this is why I feel so confidently in talking about Michigan's own trouble with the NCAA currently. You mean for 3 years, Kentucky has been playing players who were academically ineligible, academically or through the payments that they've received ineligible, right? In Kentucky, not only did they not know, but there's no plausible way that they did know. And this is just fielding players. Like, there's an entire compliance department within these football programs. The idea that they didn't know one of their players was ineligible is laughable. But it is what it is, right? And they did it for 3 years. Now, for 2 football seasons, Michigan is accused of having an employee who, on his own dime and through his own means, paid for and paid other people to record signs from other teams. So if Kentucky can claim they didn't know that their players weren't eligible to play academically or otherwise, and get that initial punishment from the NCAA, what makes anybody think that they will be able to connect the dots on something as intricate as what was going on at Michigan, as opposed to just fielding ineligible players? If they're going to look at Kentucky and be like, all right, well, there's no way you could have known. I'm sorry, what? What? Just wait and see. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. There's even less evidence in the Michigan case than there is in the Kentucky case. It's not based on hearsay, because the things that they were ineligible for still exist today. There's no smoking gun. The things that are being proposed that weren't turned over to the NCAA doesn't have subpoena power to ask for. They don't have the power to ask for it. I think we should leave investigations to police officers, and if you're the NCAA, you should find other ways to try to be relevant. But that's Kentucky football. Last L I got is going to go into my first dub. I'm giving out an L to The Game, Akon, and Lil Pump.
You're giving a dub to them?
An L.
Okay.
This L is going to lead into my first dub.
Akon
sing locked up.
What's up with you? You've been in your content creators bag this week, apparently.
I'm
assuming that's what this has to do with.
Well,
it has to do with a certain type of content.
Kind of, yes. It's about the pedo catchers, right?
Predator.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do watch some of these guys, not the ones that have been paying celebrities. The Vitali guy, I don't. I think he's
doing it for clicks.
I am less confident that he actually caught these predators doing what he said they did from him, because what is the reason for involving celebrities in this shit? I don't understand that. Not to mention, some of the celebrities you're involving are literally predators. I don't know if anybody told you about JCon before you told him to come on down to catch a pedo, but maybe you should look into some of their past before we
He's not gonna do that because he's involved in some bullshit himself.
Like, what the fuck what? But anyways, they all got an L. And my dub goes to Quavo for running off on the plug, for taking that man's $50,000 and standing him up.
Yeah.
For the goofy that he is. First of all, you're sending the entire check before they show up.
Yeah, that's
I feel like I would have had to rob you of a GP. You mean you cash apped me $50,000?
That's the deposit.
Before I came?
I show up and I get the back half.
No. The way that he described it, he gave it all.
Oh, well then he's stupid.
He gave it all.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I would feel like I would need to rob you just off a GP. Like if I was coming to do a job with you for $50,000 and you sent me the $50,000 up front before I ever showed up, I feel like it's just off the principle. I have to teach you that lesson. I don't want you to get got like that ever again. You know what I'm saying? Let me teach you this life lesson now.
Yo. Yeah, no, there's supposed to be a deposit and a back half. So
you need good leadership. Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't bring you shit.
Yo.
Yeah, shout out to Quavo. What a lovely turnabout there. Yikes. I'm giving a dub out to Jamal Truelove. Jamal is getting a dub from me for telling his truth this week. There's been a lot of conversation about Vice President Kamala Harris and her lineage, her background, her ethnicity, her racial makeup this week. Spearheaded by the 45th Cheeto of the United States, who brought all of that into question.
Yep.
Here's what I will say on that before I get to the dub for Mr. Truelove. I don't think it's expressly clear that Kamala Harris is black. I think there's some funny business there. I think that her father's nationality should not dictate her race. Her father's racial makeup should dictate her race. If you think otherwise, that's a slippery slope. God bless you. But anyways, that's just how I feel on it. I will also say that it doesn't really matter, because black, white, or yellow, if you are in a position to be president of the United States, you are more than likely not working for the American people, literally. That's what I've learned about American politics in my time as a voter. You are not actively working for the people that you are asking to vote for you. So it doesn't really do anything more or less for us as black people. Us, that's what I'm talking about. To have a black or white person up there, because whoever is in that position is not going to have the gravitas or the room to make the decisions that need to be made to actually change anything. Because this is all controlled by moneyed interest anyways.
Especially after they ask a certain type of people to do their job and get out and vote.
If you are my age, if you're 30 years old, probably a little bit even older, if you are at least, because I don't think this hasn't happened since Lyndon B. Johnson died. If you're my age or a little bit older, this is the first time that your Democratic elect, right, their candidate, wasn't voted into that position. We didn't vote for Kamala 2 times over. She competed against Joe Biden and was kind of in his area of the polls when she dropped out and pledged whatever delegates she had to Joe Biden in 2020. She wasn't dominating the pack. She was not. So we didn't elect her the first time to run for president. Then she got chosen for vice president. And we didn't have an opportunity to elect anybody at the convention. No. It's Kamala Harris. She was anointed for us. So the thing that matters more to me than whether or not she's black is what she's going to do. And that's where Mr. Truelove comes into play.
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I looked back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now. This shit ain't funny.
Mr. Truelove received a 50-year sentence in the state of California for I think it was a murder that he did not commit, that he was innocent of. And upon being sentenced to that 50 years, he tells that Kamala Harris looked at him and laughed. So now, on top of the prisoners who were eligible for early release, who got granted early release in California due to a ballot initiative that Kamala Harris fought tooth and nail to keep them in. Besides fighting for mandatory minimums, besides being hard on marijuana, as a California DA in fucking California, where they are bringing in billions of dollars in revenue from weed every quarter.
Yeah.
Every quarter, has the audacity to fill prisons with more and more brown and black people for weed, but then gets on the Breakfast Club and jokes about inhaling.
Dog, she just
That's
got
the
on
stuff
stage.
that matters more to me than whether or not she's black. That's inconsequential because her actual morals or lack thereof is what's actually going to kill you, not whether or not she's black.
I didn't care about the whole Meg shit, really, because, I mean, I've seen Democratic...
It's more pandering, yeah. And
It is, but I've seen
they-
Democratic candidates have...
Alicia Keys, Jay-Z,
you know what I mean?
Beyonce,
So,
they've
like,
been doing that. Diddy.
That's whatever.
Yeah, let's
Then
not
she
forget
got on
about Diddy.
stage- But then she got on stage and was like, well, like my good friend Quavo says. I'm like, dog,
Yo, good friend, who?
you've got to stop doing this shit. Because all this is telling me is that you think the young black people that are supposed to come out and vote for you are absolute idiots for anything that's not rap lyrics.
Yeah, I feel like to kind of quell some of this questioning around her blackness, she should go away from that shit. Be a consummate professional like Obama was. Don't feel like you need to turn your blackness on and off. Because, again, that's what shows that you're not black the most. Other than all these other conversations that's going on with you. You show your lack of blackness when you have to talk like a black person.
The second you become president, you will not say another
I
rap lyric out of your
washed
mouth.
greens in my bathtub. That's so obviously not true. And if it was true, you're disgusting. I would never eat food at your house.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying obviously untrue stuff because you feel like it's going over well culturally. I ain't never been in nobody's house and got a strip of Hormel bacon in my greens. Ever. And if I saw it, I wouldn't eat it. It's not a virtuous thing.
An entire strip?
Washing mustards, collards, or kale in your bathtub is utterly disgusting. And the fact that that's not in your mind as a black woman lets me know everything I need to know. But again, that doesn't matter because if you actually had a spine, if you had a moral code that I could ascertain, then maybe I could stomach it. Maybe I could get my mind around it. But with you being so morally fluent, so easily bended into whatever position they need to put you in, and by they I mean anybody. I mean BlackRock. I mean APAC. I mean any the pharmaceutical industry, the banks, whoever needs to fold you into a pretzel, you'll go right the way they need to fold you.
Yeah. What's crazy is the second she gets the vote, she will not look our way at all. And the second she doesn't get the vote, if she doesn't, they will all blame black men for it.
I don't care who the fuck they blame. I
blame
really don't
black
give a
men
shit.
immediately
It's not
for
like
it.
they come back to us and they try to offer us anything to win us back
No, they
anyway.
won't.
So I
But
could give two fucks who they blame.
That's what's going to happen.
I think that the one leg up that she has is that she'll probably kick Trump's ass in a debate.
If they decide where it's going to be,
Right, yeah, but they're still fighting over who gets to host the debate. So we'll see if that even happens.
it probably shouldn't be Fox News.
I don't think that should matter to her, to be honest with you. I think she comes off just as petty to him.
That's true.
Just as petty as him when she denies it. I don't think the platform matters. There is no amount of questions you can ask us or any form you can set up. It's going to make Trump a better debater than Kamala Harris.
And if she's worried about the fact checking, she should be able to fact check.
Yeah, you should be able to do that in real time. Like,
he lies every time.
If you are not
Everything's-
a shape-shifting chameleon, a robot, you should be able to check him when he's lying, just like we all are from home.
Sure.
Shouldn't need a team or a moderator to say, hey, that's not true. So if he lies the way that y'all say he do, and we know that he does, you should be able to check that shit. Show your prowess. That's my whole point of saying that, is that that's where she shined, where she shined, past tense.
Where she has shined in the past. That's where she's
Has shined
shown.
is repetitive. That's
Shown is
it's
technically
redundant.
past tense,
Has shined.
but shined is also past tense.
Yeah, has shined. That's it. There we go. Where she has shined is in the debates.
Oh, you know what? Shown is like if you show.
If you're
somebody.
showing, it has been shown. But she okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
anyways,
You got it.
yeah. My one toss up I got is going out to Miss Pauline Brown. I'm gonna send you a video so you can play it for the folks, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all thought of this, because I had the damnedest time trying to figure out whether or not it's something to be cheered on. I mean, I definitely understand. I empathize with it for sure.
Because, baby, when I tell you this story is one for the books, I ain't heard nothing like this ever in my 30-some years of being on Earth. Granny said she was going to the store. When she got to the store, she was taking her time pulling into the handicap parking lot, and two young men of the Caucasian background cut her off, parked in the handicap spot. Granny waited 2 hours outside for them to finish their little shopping spree. They came out, and she confronted them. And when she confronted them, she asked the young man who was driving, she said, "Are you handicapped?" He proceeded to say no. When he said no, Granny shot him in both kneecaps. Both of them. Then she tried to flee the scene. The police pulled up.
Definitely thought she was going to say, "You are now."
We're not done.
Okay, all right.
Right when she was leaving out the parking lot, and guess what? Granny had a shootout with the police and shot one of them, unalive one. Got the other one in the shoulder. I said, oh my gosh. And it only gets better from there. Granny had on a bulletproof vest and an assault rifle. Thuggin'. Turns out.
Hold on, no. Play. Don't even ask your question yet. Just play.
Granny Maurice Claret.
Turns out she was a former Marine, special operations.
Oh, okay.
And when they asked her what made her do it, she said, I think I was just having a bad day. And then the police, being unalived, brought them to say, okay, well, what made you do it? And she said, well, after the Sonya Massey situation, I had to defend myself because I know they'll unalive me. So I have to unalive them first.
Ooh-wee.
Granny, I don't even know if I'm mad at you.
I can't be mad at you.
Of Caucasian folks. Like, this ain't
I'm so conflicted because violence is wrong and we cannot advocate for violence. And it seemed like the cops was just kind of doing their job in this instance, right? Like, you shot the dude in both his kneecaps. We kind of got to arrest you. Yeah. Even if we with you. We thought you did a good job, but we going to have to arrest you. Then she killed one of the niggas. But then her explanation for shooting the officer is just like, yo, fam, what could you say?
She was an ex-Marine. Is that not some form of PTSD?
Well, I'm sure
may have been triggered by
I'm sure they'll probably use,
situation?
if she gets a lawyer, they'll use that. But I think my whole thing is more so the more existential trauma that she's sharing with a lot of black people across the country with the Sonya Massey shooting. Yeah, somebody can just be like, yo, man, I got into the middle of this shit. I shot homeboy. The cops pulled up. I thought they was just going to automatically shoot me, so I tried to save my life.
It makes sense. You know,
completely valid thought.
Unfortunately, a police officer had to die.
Yeah, right. I didn't want to advocate for the guy who died because, again, it just seems like wrong place, wrong time, wrong individual.
But the fear is real.
The fear is absolutely real. Fear is absolutely real. And let's be honest, my concern for the police officer that lost his life is tenfold to that of officers when they shoot unarmed black people. They look for excuses as to why the individual should be shot when the roles are reversed. So this empathy that we're showing to the officer is tenfold, 100-fold to what is received for unarmed victims that look like us. Even the fact of saying that I'm conflicted by the whether or not to root for the story or not is more acknowledgement than is ever received.
Yes, agreed.
When the roles are reversed.
Agreed. That's a fact.
I just don't know how bad I should feel, man. It's just like if that was my grandma, she was ex-special forces. I expected her to throw her bulletproof vest too. I don't know if I would have expected her to shoot the dude who parked in the handicap spot.
Yeah, that was already crazy.
I would rather you just shoot out his tires, maybe shoot his windshield out or something. You know what I mean? We kind of just hopped forward into violence.
She went Wayne Brady on somebody that cut her off. That's kind of crazy.
For sure. But that is Pauline Brown. That's my toss up, and that's it for my dubs and L's.
All right. I'm going to have to put in a long vacation notice with you and the squad homies. Because I will be gone for smooth 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, sometime next year, probably in the springtime. Yeah. Love is Blind is coming to Columbus, Ohio. And I am going to apply and be on the show. Like, what up?
Why?
Because why not? Why not?
It's reality TV.
Nah, bro, I'm going to try to find my one true love.
No, but what's
get
more
married.
likely to happen is that you'll either be extremely embarrassed or you'll fight someone that you didn't want to fight before you got there.
Can't be any more embarrassed than what I did on Thursday, so there's that. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it could be a lot more embarrassing than that.
No, why?
You could get beat up on national TV.
Why would I get beat up? I don't think anybody's been beat up on Love is Blind.
Okay, you could get rejected on national TV.
Possibly, but I'd be behind the pods. It wouldn't be based on any of my features. It'd be like, she didn't really like my personality.
Which is worse. The personality is more core to who you are as an individual.
But you know
it
what?
Is 10 times worse to get
but here's
dispelled for your personality than it is your looks.
You are absolutely right. But if I get rejected from her, but America loves me, then I've got this whole new.
But what if America doesn't
base.
love you? What if they think you're a dweeb?
I don't think. Do you think America would think I was a dweeb?
I'm just asking you a question.
I don't think America would think I was a dweeb.
Enjoy your reality TV, bro.
I will. If I actually apply.
This just feels bad.
I just wanted to throw that out there. That they're coming to Columbus, Ohio.
You.
All right. On to my next dub. I'm giving a dub to Tory Lanez.
Okay.
The music was great.
The music? He has an album out?
He has new music from prison that was really sounds like old stuff from
release
before.
stuff.
But it sounds good. I liked it.
Let me find out they let niggas record in prison.
They're saying that he did. And you could do some crazy stuff with an iPhone. I guess Steve Lacy records his music.
They let this nigga have an iPhone?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Insanity.
They let Wayne get like a whole ass MP3 player.
Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, Suge Knight is podcasting from prison. He has a podcast that comes out weekly. He's talking about current events from prison. Yeah. Ain't you supposed to go to prison and not know what's going on the outside? Like, how does this man have a weekly podcast?
Telling you, bro, they get away with some crazy shit in prison.
Some wild ass shit.
Especially the celebrities. I don't know why that'd be so crazy. There was some information from the driver that finally got put out into the
fam. Where the fuck have you been? Why didn't you testify?
Supposedly I guess defense would be for Tory, right?
He is the defense.
The prosecutor then, basically ghosted him.
No, horse shit. You could have showed up to the fucking courthouse, nigga. You could have got on somebody's platform and opened up your mouth.
That's true.
They said they couldn't find you. The official report on the driver at that time was that we can't find him.
Yeah.
So if they out here talking about they can't find you and you got ghosted, what stop you from getting on your IG and saying, "Hey, I'm right here, motherfucker"?
That's factual. I'm just telling you what he said.
That's bullshit.
So
it's bullshit.
Yeah,
which also makes me cast dispersions on what was told by the driver, what was said. That it was Kelsey's gun and Kelsey was the one who shot. Fam, how did we get into this situation where Kelsey is not only testifying, but testifying? Well, I guess she didn't necessarily say that he paid her. She just wouldn't answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that he paid her. How the fuck did you pay her and she didn't get up there and say that that's my gun?
The same reason why Quavo got paid and didn't show up.
Quavo got paid for what? Oh, ran off on that ass. Yeah, no, but she showed up though.
No, she did show up. I got nothing for you on that note.
I want to leave this alone.
The music was great.
I really want to leave this alone.
I gave him the dub for the music, but I just figured Josh about to get Joe Buddened. America will not love Josh. That's crazy. That's crazy. You love us.
Who said that?
Will T.
Come on, Will T.
That's crazy.
Get off my boy.
Marcus should end the stream before. Okay. All right. Well.
What did he say?
No, we'll get to that point.
He said I should end the stream since you ended the Pantheon.
I'm almost there. The dub and the L go together, so I gotta give that last. Last dub before I get to that. Apparently, Ohio dispensaries are starting to sell recreationally on Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
So there will be some dispensaries in Columbus that'll sell starting Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Good for them.
So I don't know if we have any homies
We
out
outside.
there in Ohio, but if you want your weed,
Polo Boy. Well, wait, Polo Boy in high school.
college.
He's in college. He's in college. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, we can go Polo Boy. We can link up.
Perp said Alone at Prom is great, Marcus. Just a reminder.
Alone at Prom. Is that was whose
Tory-
80s album was that? That was
Tory
Tory's
and,
80s album. The Weeknd's was better.
Fair.
Weeknd's was better.
All right. I'm giving a dub to my pops, who just had his 69th birthday.
Shout out to Mr. Layton.
Shout out to him on his 69th birthday. We decided to go out.
Freaky ass nigga, he is 69. God.
And, yeah,
Freaky
that was,
ass nigga, he is 69.
I think that joke
God.
was made multiple times, but
Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life.
so that all happened on Thursday, which is when his birthday was. And so leading up to that point,
Oh, that's why.
leading up
You
to
gonna
that,
blame it on the 69 guy.
No,
That's crazy.
No, I'm not blaming it on him
Don't
at all.
blame it on the 69 guy.
I'm blaming it on
He was
myself.
he was trying to have his night.
No, he was.
Don't blame it on his night either.
We had a great night. But then, I decided to make some decisions thereafter that was crazy. Just throwing that out there. So anyways, I made several mistakes throughout the day. Mainly that I had not eaten all day. Like I had a cup of coffee.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Behind the Cape went up at 3 o'clock. That's what I thought that was going to be the main one.
That was also a thing that was within that whole thing. And then, so I finally get to the destination where we took my dad. I had already had a drink. And then by the time I had something to eat, I was on my second and third drink. And then from there, I just started going crazy. We took my dad to go see a brass band from New Orleans. What's their name? New Orleans brass
3
band.
margaritas and he'll in the Pantheon stream.
At the beginning, when I had my meal, I was 2 shots of Jack and a beer. But then I had multiple combinations of that throughout the night.
Combination.
Rebirth Brass Band. That's their name. Shout out to them. They were really great. So had a crazy night, but it was very fun. Enjoyed some more drinks. Took my dad home. Everything was cool. Then my brother decided to say, yo, we're on the north side. One more time for old time's sake, let's go to the bar near my apartment. So I'm deciding to have even more drinks on top of what I've already had. I was wilding. And by the time I got into the Pantheon stream, I don't know how many drinks I had, but I was blackout drunk at that point. I had gotten a DM from Chillmonger earlier, I think right before the brass band came on, where he said, Darius couldn't be a part of it. Do you think you could show up for a little bit? And I think that's where I got the bright idea. I went in, looked at you guys the stream.
Oh, it's been 2.5 hours, but
no,
who cares? Let's go on now.
You were talking about Jonathan Major, so I was like, all right, I'm just going to pop in, I guess, is the thought that I had. I can't really tell you what the thought I actually had was because I don't
fucking remember.
I was blackout drunk at that point. So all that to say, apologies to Darius from Planet Fanatics, Chillmonger, and my guy Marcus for that, because that was absolutely crazy. I didn't mean to just end the stream. I think I made a stupid joke on Twitter, deleted that shit because I was so embarrassed the next day, and I had to deal with a crazy hangover the next day. So I'm officially embarrassed, but these things happen. So shout out to those guys.
Chillmonger said you ended the stream and said it's not a big 3, it's just big me.
That's crazy.
Perp Minded said, I remember my first beer.
No. I had multiple beers that night, along with multiple shots of Jack. Okay? Let's kill the narrative. All right?
Yeah.
I'm a seasoned vet when it comes to drinking. As Marcus will tell you from my stupid other story that he wants to tell to the pod so badly.
What story?
We don't need you hoes.
We've already told that story twice, but I'll tell it again anytime.
No.
Anytime.
I don't think we ever actually told it on the pod. And
I did.
Did you?
When Reem was here.
It was a long time ago.
It was a while ago.
And if that story ever gets told again on the pod, I will tell it, but you can be there to fact check me. Is that fair? I think that's fair.
Okay.
But shout out to the Pantheon. Y'all do great content over there. I just happen to be a drunk ass in the stream.
Wanted to end our momentum, bro. I understand. I get it, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
I understand, bro.
But I don't know if the video's still up.
No, it's still there.
More views for y'all. Send people that way to see my drunk ass. Josh was drunk during that stream. No wonder you was loud and animated. I wasn't loud and animated, was I? I didn't go back and watch. I'm not watching that. Josh was Will Ferrell on Old School. I'd rather that than got white girl wasted. I was not white girl wasted. I was Will Ferrell on Old School. You're my boy, Blue. Yeah, that was me. All right. Moving on. Oh, wow. We already talked about Kamala Harris. We already talked about Lil RT. So I only got one more L. Lil Yachty has had a run of bad takes on the Flagrant podcast.
Just meat riding.
Just dumb shit.
Expert level meat riding.
Yeah. The things that made me the most mad was one, that he had just listened to the Black album like 2 days before they had filmed that podcast, which was like, dog.
How can you comment on rap, fam? Some niggas just have talent, but that doesn't mean they know a lot about the thing that they're talented at. I've realized that in my older age.
Sure.
Is that there are plenty of people that are talented at things, but are just like illiterate to them. They could not explain to other people how to do it.
Illiterate
they
to
don't,
the culture.
They literally don't know how. They're just doing it.
Yeah.
You know? Kind of blind luck in that way.
But then the whole sampling Mr. Hotspot when he said no was kind of crazy to me. Especially since I don't see Mr. Hotspot as an artist. He's more like a social media influencer. So
who's that?
Mr. Hotspot. Apparently they sampled one of his songs for one of the newer Drake leaks.
And because he didn't want to clear the fucking sample, he leaked it to Kai Cenat. Hey, yo, that's some hoe ass shit.
Very much so.
And it's also some of the shit that niggas have been talking about with you and Drake. Like, anyways, I especially didn't like the part of, oh, well, nobody likes him. Nobody likes Drake because he fucked all their bitches. Did he fuck your bitch, Yachty? You want me to believe that Drake fucked Tia Kemp?
Yo.
You want me to believe that Drake had sex with Pharrell Williams' wife?
Nah.
You want me to believe that?
Nah.
You want me to believe that Drake had sex with Virginia Williams? Like, cut this shit out.
Or Whitney.
Cut it out. Just say you don't know and move and say you don't want to talk about it. Like this insatiable dick riding that he does is nasty work, yo.
Facts.
This nigga owes some of his discography to you. Like period, point blank. There's no reason for you to bend over and he not even in the room.
Some of his recent discography, which has been pretty bad, so take that with a grain of salt.
Whatever it is. You like the London track?
The London track?
The London joint. Drake was on it. Not the Travis Scott joint. I have to look it up again. He was kind of rapping like Playboi Carti.
Drake was rapping like?
Yeah, like Playboi Carti. Maybe it's not called London.
Maybe
like 2 years ago.
It was one of the DJ Khaled songs.
Sure. Yachty
I didn't like that one. I liked the other one. It was Pop Star, and then it was what was it called? It was Pop Star and something else. Grease.
DJ Grease. That's what it's called.
I don't like Grease. I like Pop Star. Bitches calling my phone and I'm not done now. Stop. From
No.
the plane to the fucking helicopter. Yeah. You remember that one?
Yes, I do.
Justin Bieber was all throughout the music video.
Cool.
That one was alright, but I didn't like Grease.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird when rappers who don't have to pay deference in a way that feels really weird. Feels overly deferential. Yeah, man, he's just had sex with everybody's girlfriend, so like everybody hates him. And to speak about that as if it's a virtuous thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had sex with everybody's wife. Then why would anybody like you? Why would anyone like you?
Everyone would have a legitimate reason not
It's
to.
it's not a virtuous thing. It's not a good thing. Who wants the homie around who's going to talk to everybody else's thing? They main squeeze. Nobody wants to invite that guy.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe Chillmonger said it must be nice to complete all your topics. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Halle Berry said no, and Drake used her imagery anyway. I actually heard about that. I remember that.
What was that for?
So for a video or something like that?
Yeah, so apparently he just likes doing things against other people.
Yachty should be in the Olympics for pole vaulting. That was a good one.
He just likes doing things against people's consent, apparently.
Huh?
He likes doing things against people's consent, apparently.
Who that?
Drake. The Halle Berry image, the Mr. Hotspot song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you hear about the Party Next Door Drake collab album coming out this fall?
That what a RDJ is Doom
Buddy.
decision there.
Buddy. We know now that we've already been listening to a Drake party collab for the last 10 years. There's absolutely no reason for this album to come out. You know what it's going to sound like? Nothing Was the Same. You know what it's going to sound like? Thank me later. That's what it's going to sound like.
I don't think he was around for Thank Me Later.
Was he not?
No,
Was that not around the time that he was trying to triangle figure four leg lock him into a deal
I think
at
it
the
was
OVO
Nothing Was the
sweatshop?
Same, and if you're reading this, it's too late.
There you go. No, if you're reading this, it's too late. Was Quentin Miller?
For the rap parts, but then I think they had some vibey songs on there that was Party Next Door, like a couple Company.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Doing the Six.
You're
I
right.
think some other songs like that. Yeah, basically he's gonna allow Party Next Door to take a picture for the cover art, and then he's gonna say, "Back in the OVO dungeon."
Get your ass back down there and make these fucking songs. Drake, can I sing the hook on this one? Fuck you. Do supporting vocals now. Do them.
That's crazy.
For Dubs and L's, let us know what you thought about our Dubs and L's. Give us your Dubs and L's in the comment prompt below. We promise we will give you time to do so. Josh will not end the stream. Go ahead and get your final comments in.
What is happening?
Come back next Sunday for the live stream, and then next Wednesday for the replay.
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. The joke stopped now, right? No? Okay. Cool. Great.